Hello friend. Today we have started a last session 7, chapter 6, plant water relation. Today we are discussing topics structure of stomata, types of stomata, and third mechanism of opening and closing of stomata. So what is stomata? Stomata are the small pore or opening present on the epidermis of the leaves or on the young stem. So now this stomata, the small opening or pore, it is guarded by guard cell. This guard cell either kidney shape in dicot or dumbbell shape in monocot. So now in structure of stomata, the guard cell, the inner wall of the guard cell is a thick, while outer wall of the guard cell is thin and permeable. So now in the guard cell, the nucleus and cytoplasm present at the periphery, while center is occupied with the vacuole. So these are the structure of guard cell. Now the next one is a type of stomata. Stomata are mainly two types: kidney shaped stomata and dumbbell shaped stomata. Kidney shaped stomata, it is a characteristics of dicot plant, while dumbbell shaped stomata is a characteristics of monocot plants. So now in kidney shaped stomata, the guard cell is a kidney shape, while in dumbbell shaped stomata, the guard cell is a dumbbell type. So these are the two types of stomata: kidney shape and dumbbell shape. So now next one is a mechanism of opening and closing of stomata. So there are two mechanisms given by the Stewarts and Leavitt. The first mechanism is a starch-sugar interconversion theory. The first theory is a starch-sugar interconversion theory. So now this theory was proposed by Stewarts in 1964. According to this theory, starch-sugar theory, the opening and closing of stomata depend upon the turgor pressure present in the guard cell. The swelling of guard cell due to the absorption of water causes stomatal opening. And now the closing of stomata is occur because of exosmosis. Because of exosmosis, the guard cell become flaccid. So it causes closing of stomata. The opening and closing of stomata occur because of endosmosis and exosmosis. In endosmosis, the guard cell become fully turgid. As a result, it stretch the pressure on the outer wall of the guard cell and pull the inner wall. As a result, stomata remain open. While because of exosmosis, the guard cell become flaccid and stomata remain closed. So these are the turgor pressure. The turgor pressure responsible for the opening and closing of stomata. So this theory was proposed by Stewarts in 1964. So these are called as a starch-sugar interconversion theory. Now in the guard cell, if the starch converted into sugar, their osmotic pressure increase, their turgor pressure increase, and responsible for the turgid. The guard cell become turgid and stomata remain open. Okay. Now these are the first theory. Now the second widely accepted theory is a proton pump theory or proton pump mechanism. This theory was proposed by Leavitt in 1974. This theory is widely accepted to study the mechanism of opening and closing of stomata. During daytime, in the guard cell, the starch converted into the malic acid. During daytime, the starch which is present in the guard cell converted into the malic acid. This malic acid dissociated hydrogen ion and malate ion. Now this malic acid responsible for the dissociation of hydrogen ion and malathion into the subsidiary cell. Means hydrogen ion and malathion dissociated from guard cell to the subsidiary cell. As a result, the concentration of potassium ion increase in the guard cell, and it responsible for the decrease of water potential. Once again I will repeat. During daytime starch converted into the malic acid. Malic acid क्या करता है? Malic acid dissociated hydrogen ion and malathion from guard cell to the subsidiary cell. On the other hand, potassium ion enter into the guard cell, and high concentration of potassium ion in the guard cell decrease the water potential, and water move into the guard cell because of osmosis increase in the guard cell. Potassium ion when enter into the guard cell, their osmotic pressure increase, and due to the osmotic pressure increase, the water potential is decreased, and water move from subsidiary cell to the guard cell. Subsidiary cell present around the guard cell. So water move from subsidiary to guard cell, and there is a turgid, guard cell becomes turgid and stomata remain open. So these are the simple thing. During daytime में क्या होता है? Starch converted into the malic acid. Malic acid responsible for dissociation of hydrogen ion and malathion from guard cell to the subsidiary cell. On the other hand, potassium ion enter into the guard cell. When potassium ion enter into the guard cell, the water potential of the guard cell decrease, and because of osmosis, the outer subsidiary water enter into the guard cell. The guard cell become turgid because of endosmosis, and stomata remain open. On the other hand, during night time, the CO2 concentration in the guard cell increase. During night time, CO2 concentration in the guard cell increase, and the guard cell pH become acidic. नाइट टाइम में क्या होता है? CO2 concentration of the guard cell increase, और guard cell का pH कैसे हो जाता है? Become acidic. Because of acidic pH of the guard cell, the potassium ion move outside into the subsidiary cell. Potassium ion कहाँ पर move हो जाते हैं? Guard cell to the subsidiary cell, and increase the water potential. Guard cell का water potential increase हो जाता है, and water move from guard cell to the subsidiary cell with the help of osmosis. As a result, stomata remain closed. So this theory is widely accepted. This theory is called as a proton pump mechanism. Okay, so now today, thank you and bye.